Manx TT Super Bike.
Hello, and this week on Battle of the Ports we are checking out Sega's awesome Manx TT that first hit the arcades in 1995. The game was a joint development between Sega's AM3 and AM4 divisions. Like Sega's previous big bike game, Super Hang-On, Manx TT has you sit upon a bike frame that you use your body to maneuver just like a real bike. This is a little tricky at first, but once you get used to it, the motion really draws you into the game. The arcade cabinet was often seen in single and two-player setups, but did you know there was a massive 8-player version as well? The game setting is the Isle of Man TT, the world famous and demanding motorcycle racing event held on the Isle of Man. There are two courses to race on, a Lexi Coast course for novices and the more difficult TT course for veteran players. While the TT course is based on the actual Manx TT course, the Lexi Coast is a fictional course designed by the game's developers. The in-game motorcycles resemble the team Castrol Honda. In making the game, AM3 consulted the motorcycle racing team Castrol Honda Racing Corporation, who helped them on a number of points, including studies on where sound comes from on a motorcycle and how it travels to the ear of the rider. The team determined that they needed 4 sound outputs to recreate this experience realistically. This gave the arcade an amazing sound system. It's just a shame no emulation can convert this to a home cinema setup. The very first port came to the Saturn on March 14, 1997. Gaming fans and journalists assumed that the Saturn version of the game would be developed by the same internal Sega CS team which handled the Saturn conversion of Sega Rally Championship. But the team was busy with Daytona USA Championship Circuit Edition, which Sega considered a more important release. Sega instead assigned the port to a third-party developer, Tantalus Interactive. Though several personnel from Sega of Japan assisted Tantalus towards the end of development. Sega's decision to entrust the Saturn port of Manx TT Super Bike to an external developer, particularly one with no experience in porting arcade games, was controversial. However, upon release, the game proved to be a major critical success for the Saturn. Despite Manx TT on the Saturn being a very good conversion, especially for a third-party developer, it is sadly quite a bare-bones port. There's some extra modes like challenge and time attack, but ultimately they are the same as the arcade game, but with a few extra bikes. A couple of new courses would have went a long way here.
Passing the checkpoint! Passing the checkpoint! Passing the checkpoint!
Windows port was also handled by Tantalus Interactive, and is pretty much identical to the Saturn, but with the added bonus of being glide compatible. Yep, that means it's 3D accelerated, giving the game a very nice smooth look when played with compatible graphics cards, as you're seeing right here. Sadly, the game runs in a resolution that my capture card just can't deal with, so I've had to record this footage with the camera pointing at the TV, slightly out of focus, to remove any moire effect. Hopefully it gives you the idea of how the game looks. Versions of Manx TT running side by side.